Okay, so it is a couple days later. I think it wasn't that bad considering I didn't vlog in such a freaking long time. But anyway, I just dropped off Paulele at school. I don't think I'm gonna vlog today. If I do, it'll be an entirely different video. But I did want to talk more in a little detail about the updates going on in our lives, because I didn't want to really speak on it when all the kids were in the car, and also I was driving and I felt like I was a little distracted. If you are new or if you do not know what's going on, again, me and Darren are going through a separation. Little mini background, me and Darren have been together since I was 16 years old, him 18. We've been together for 15 years total. You probably already seen the video. I have two different channels, and this one is mainly for vlogging. The other one is more, I'm trying to make it more of a main channel type of video. Main channel type of thing, but I don't know, because my Keahi Ohana channel, which I do majority of all of our vlogs on, I use this channel more often. But the updates in our lives, okay, so I did mention I got a new job. I don't want to say which one, obviously, for privacy reasons. I have been trying to find a job for so long. So if you guys don't know our living situation, when we moved back to Oahu back in 2018, Darren and I moved in with his parents. We are staying in their studio, which they used to Airbnb and rent out. And the kids, the older kids, have their own room on their side of the house. So since me and Darren are separating, it doesn't make sense that I stay there anymore, because it is a studio. If it was a different living situation, let's say we had a bedroom, like a bedroom or two, I would still be living there, but I technically am homeless in a way. I don't have an actual home, and it's because since it is a studio, there's only one bedroom. This is Darren's parents' house. If it was the other way around, and if it was my parents' house, it would be me who would be technically living there. I'm not staying there. I'm not sleeping there. So I want to do a separate video of like a day in my life of a single mom, or something along that lines. A single working mom, something along that lines, because I've done one where I did a day in my life of a working mom, I believe, and I, you know, showed me dropping off the kids and all that stuff. So basically, I have majority of my things still there at the studio with Darren and the kids, but I sleep at my boyfriend's house. And yes, you heard that right, I have a boyfriend. There is so much that has gone on. Oh my gosh. So me and Darren, if you don't know, me and Darren separated last year, February 2020 is when we separated. It's currently April 2021. It's a year and some change later. There's just so much that went on. I'm like, where do I even begin? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't start looking for anyone else or putting myself out there to find another person until maybe it was about like 6 months into our separation, and I wasn't ready. But after having like a girls' night, they kind of convinced me, you know, like it's time to put yourself out there, because blah blah blah, you know. I eventually found somebody. It's so crazy to be like in a different relationship, especially coming from a 15-year long relationship with someone, and someone who I have 3 kids with and who I was married to 10 years with. It's just so crazy to get back into like the dating world, and having a different person in your life isn't someone you've been with for over a decade. It's just crazy. So I sleep at my boyfriend's house every night. I'm not gonna say where he lives, but it's not on the same side of the island, that's for sure. Just like to do a gist of it, I want to do a more in detailed showing you what I do, like a normal day in my life, to give you an update of like what my living situation is. And why I say I'm pretty much homeless, I don't have a home, is because I sleep at my boyfriend's house, and then I wake up about 5:30. I come back to on the other side of the island. I get myself ready, I get my kids ready, I take them to school, I go to work, and then after work I finish about 5 o'clock. I go home to the kids, and me and Darren are in a better place than we were before, but we understand like what's happening, and this is just the life we have to deal with right now, at least because I don't have my own place. So I go over after work and I eat dinner with them. I spend time with them as much as I can. It even allows Darren to go to the gym without having to worry about them. So like I'll come home, we'll eat dinner together, and then Darren will go to the gym, and I get to spend, you know, that time with the kids. And once he pretty much comes back, it's time for the kids' bedtime, and then I leave, and then I go to sleep at my boyfriend's house, and then I wake up 5:30 again and do it all over again. That's basically how our life has been since I got a job. Before, I would spend like the whole day with the kids pretty much, but now that I have a job, it's different, obviously. What else can I say about like an update? I felt like I was gonna say something else. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. So if you're wondering like, why don't you have your own place now here, why don't you have like stay with your friend or a family member? So I've tried those different scenarios. My friends all know the situation I'm in, and none of them offered, which is understandable, of taking a whole person in to your life to allow them to live with you and their 3 kids. It's a lot, and I have not asked any family members because I don't want to have that burden on anyone else. The only person that would be willing to take me and my 3 kids in is my own parents. Unfortunately, they still live on the Big Island, or it would be my sisters, but both of them, they live off island. They live one lives in Washington, one lives in Las Vegas, or even my brother, but he lives in the Big Island. So everyone that is very close to me that I know that would just take us in, like that I would feel comfortable with living with my 3 kids, they don't live on the same island as me. If you're wondering like, okay, you should just move to the Big Island, simple as that. No, it's not as simple as that. I would not move back to the Big Island because there's a reason why I moved off of the Big Island. I loved it there, but it wasn't my home. Oahu is where I was born and raised, and I just love the beaches here more. Everything is, I love the city life, I love the country life here. Big Island, I already like explained why I, you know, left. It just doesn't feel like home like Oahu feels like home to me. So I wouldn't move there just because of the situation we're in, because I want to build my life here. I want to build the foundation of my life here, if that makes sense. So I wasn't gonna move to the Big Island and try to get a job and a place up there, because that's not where I want to live. I want to raise my kids here. I want to find a place here. I want to get a job here. I had like my parents say this, even family and friends like telling me like, why don't you just move to the Big Island to live with your parents? Like, that is not the solution, and also it would separate Darren from the kids as well. That's why it even made it more difficult for me to move. It still is difficult for me to find my own place because of COVID. I've been trying to find a job since the last year, and that's when the pandemic hit. So I went through a separation in February 2020. The next month was March 2020, when the whole world went on lockdown because of COVID. And just imagine going through a separation, through a pandemic, through a lockdown, and not being able to get a job, and not being able to find your own place because you don't have a job, because you don't have income. It's taken me this long, a year later, to be able to get a job, to secure financial stability, and now I'm able to look for a place. So you're now caught up with my life, know the reasons why everything is the way it is, and why I say I don't have a home essentially. It's because I just have my things at Darren's house. My kids there, and I spend time with them, but I don't sleep there. I sleep at my boyfriend's house, but I don't live there either. It's not like I get to cook and do things freely there and spend time with my kids there. I also am trying to take that relationship a little slower, especially having kids, because of what I've already went through. So yeah, that is the update of my life and why, you know, I essentially don't have a home. I don't know, I really wanted to vlog this, and I know other women are going through the same situation I'm in, and I want you guys to I want to document this part of my life. So yes, I actually applied to all these places for apartments, and like I said, it's like I mainly needed a job first to do so. So I'm so happy that I was able to get a job, and I sent in my applications for all these apartments. So now it's just the waiting game, and I should call them. Also, did you know that Costco sells pre-made acai bowls? Isn't that crazy? And this is what it looks like. It has the Amazon sorbet acai, that one. It was that brand, and it comes like with these little packets too, so you can put your granola and your coconut flakes on top. It's pretty frozen solid still, so if you don't know me, I'm a klutz. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and you guys got the update, the 411 on my freaking life and what is happening. Oh, also, if you're wondering what's gonna happen with the vlog situation, because I did film through the pandemic, I did still continue to vlog, but I did stop at one point because life was just weird. I didn't feel like it, and also my brother broke my camera and I couldn't continue to vlog. I didn't want to edit anything because, like I said, life was weird. I was going through a separation. I still am. But I just wasn't in the mood to edit anything. But I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to start again. So all these old videos and all old footage that I have filmed, I will be uploading them. I'm just going to upload them as they are. So you're gonna see old videos on this channel. I'm gonna just leave the date of that video on top the entire time, so you know when you watch it, you're like, oh, this isn't a recent video. This is an old video that she filmed last year. Yes. So I will be uploading videos, old videos, and I'm gonna try and be a little bit more active. So mahalo again for watching, and take care. Malama pono.
Kaulana nā pua o Hawai'i. Upa ama o te oka aina.